and in this video we are going to see various examples as well, so that we get to know better understanding of JavaScript in less time. So let's start the video, and my only request to you guys is that please watch the video completely and subscribe our channel. So let's start with the introduction. So let me give you the brief introduction about JavaScript. So what is JavaScript? In many of interview rounds and many more rounds we get to face this question exactly same, like what is JavaScript. So JavaScript is a language that was created in 1995 through a consortium made up of Netscape and Sun that is acquired by Oracle in year 2010. So it is a scripting language that was created in 1995 with the idea of popularizing the Java language, whose support had recently been included in the Netscape Navigator browser. So currently JavaScript is the most popular language for web and is used for millions of pages as a way to improve the interaction with the user. Basically that is used for web designing and development, and suppose a user want to perform any action over the web browser, so he can do this task with the help of JavaScript. So there is another question that is mostly occur: what is the difference between JavaScript and Java? Many of the programmers are confused, and that is the most important question that is arise. So what is the difference between JavaScript and Java? So answer is, despite the similarity between JavaScript and Java names, the first language was not derived from the second. Basically we can say that the first language cannot be derived from the second one. So although they have some common points, every programming language have some similarities and some dissimilarities, we can say. So JavaScript being an interpreted language, it is more flexible than Java, giving freedom to the developer to declare a variable before using it or later add new properties and new method to an object at any time. Basically we can add we can do any kind of changes in variable declaration, and suppose we want to change the properties of any method, so we can done this easily in JavaScript. So JavaScript was created so that it could insert into a site some typical effects of Java without have to worry about programming itself, and become lighter than the application of a Java file. Basic characteristics of JavaScript. So JavaScript source code is included in the HTML file itself, because whenever we are using JavaScript we are needed for HTML as well, as I told you in my previous video. So for this there is an HTML tag that allow identify and separate what is script tag, that is HTML markup. So this tag is called script, as it is shown here. So there are also some other situation where it is permitted to include script command in HTML, but we'll leave to see some example on this later. So I'm going to give you the brief example of that particular characteristics of JavaScript. So there is another question that is mostly occur, that JavaScript is an object oriented language or not. So the program object oriented design attempts to create a program as a collection of individual parts that we call objects that perform different tasks, and not as a sequence of commands that perform a specific task. So basically in that, similar objects are grouped into classes. In an object oriented language you need to build instantiate all objects that you will use in your program. So the JavaScript language is called object based. That is not object oriented, it is object based, because it already has a collection of embedded objects. So for example, it is not necessary to build an object for handling dates and times in JavaScript, because there is already a ready to use, we can say. And there is one more point that we have to remember, that JavaScript is a platform independent. The same web page with JavaScript code can be interpreted by browser regardless of the operating system. There is no no need to worry about the operating system to run a web page and a web design on different browsers. We can easily done because it is platform independent and it can be interpreted by any browser. So HTML and JavaScript. So HTML is used for web page written that allow through specific marking the formatting and the document to be published. Through HTML can specify the form of a document in addition to the content to be published. Suppose a user want to create a web page and suppose he want to create a form, login form. So how the action can be performed in that particular page? The page is created in HTML, but how the action can be implemented? So the action on that particular page can be implemented with the help of JavaScript. So including JavaScript in the HTML document. So how we can include JavaScript in the HTML document? So to include JavaScript code in an HTML page, usually we use the script tag. Analysis of that following example can be done with the help of the sentence. In this case, we have the script tag in the middle of the HTML document. Whenever we have a HTML document and suppose we are using JavaScript in that, so we have to see one thing is that clearly there is a script tag inside the body and inside maybe header section there is a script tag in that HTML document, and the syntax of that script tag is like script type text JavaScript script close. So script tag is used to identify to the browser which should be interpreted as HTML command and it should be interpreted as JavaScript command. So it is used to differentiate between the between HTML and JavaScript files, so the browser can easily understand the thing at the time of interpretation. So everything is written in the script tag between script open and script close must be interpreted as JavaScript. The type attribute, as mentioned here, the type attribute is used to specify the browser which is the scripting language that is used. So as JavaScript is the standard language in virtually all browsers, often the programmer uses only the script instead of script type. So here is the example of that particular script type. So here is HTML header section. In that header there is a title, my first HTML site, header close, and then body. Inside the body there is a script type tag. So here it is mentioned that text JavaScript type, source is example.js, and to print that particular hello world, we can say it is a hello world program in this JavaScript. So we can see that there is a document.write. We are using document.write syntax to print hello world in JavaScript. Here is a script close, body close, HTML code. So the practice of separating the JavaScript code, HTML code into different files, it is quite advisable. Imagine that the website you are developing has a large number of similar pages that use the same script code. So you can easily include that particular JavaScript file with the help of source path. Here you providing the external JavaScript file here, so it can be done with the help of so now the next is, what are the variables in JavaScript? So variables are names that identify memory address in which our stored value can be accessed and modified by a program. So that is a reserve area for particular memory address, so so that the user or the programmer can easily access that particular value easily. So variable names. The JavaScript language is a case sensitive. This means that a variable name as a my counter is different from my counter. So in that we can see that we can declare the variable by different ways. So variable name can be any length. The rule for creating legal variable name are as follows. So the first one is the first character must be a letter uppercase or lowercase, or an underscore character can be used. Note that a number cannot be used as a first character. We can't use a number as a first character of our variable name. Secondly, the subsequent character must be letters, numbers, and underscores. And the third one is the variable name should not be a reserved word. Means that in that we get to know that we can't use keyword as a variable name. Here are some example. As we can see that the valid variable names are underscore page count, and second one part 9 number underscore item. That are the valid variable names we can see, and the invalid variable names are 99 values and alpha and beta. We are using the special keyword words here, so that is not valid. So JavaScript consider different lowercase not only as regard the variables but in all other language element as command name or object. So how we can declare variable in JavaScript? So you can declare a variable in three ways with the keyword var. For example, as we can see that the variable x is equal to 42. Here we are declaring a variable x is equal to 42 by simply adding value. For example, x is equal to 42 declared here. This declare a global variable. That this statement generates a warning notice in a JavaScript. You can't use this variant. And secondly, with the keyword let, this syntax can be used to declare a local variable block scope. Now JavaScript variable scope. Similarly, like Java, there is also a two type of scope in that. So first one is global variables. A global variable has global scope, which means it can be defined anywhere in your JavaScript code. You can define it any place inside the body, inside the header part, but yes, you have to clear about that inside the script tag. And secondly, local variables. A local variable may be visible only with the function where it is defined. Function parameters are always local to the function. So within the body of a function, a local variable takes precedence over a global variable with the same name. If you declare a local variable or function parameter with the same name as a global variable, you effectively hide the global variable inside the function. The power of local variable is higher than global variable. So as we can see inside the script tag, there is a variable my variable that is global. We are declaring it as global, and there is a function check scope. Inside the function there is a variable my var that is local variable, and here we want to print my variable, so it will print local variable inside the function. So next one is operators. Operators are the special symbols that has its own meaning for language and are associated with the certain operations. So there are arithmetic operators such as subtraction, addition, divide, and many multiplication, and many more. There are relation operators as well, like equality, comparison, string of operators such as concatenation. And the syntax of JavaScript operators is based on C, C++, and Java. So if you know any of this language, will have no difficulty understanding their use. You can easily understand if you have a basic knowledge of C, C++, Java, any of them. So we can see that their arithmetic operators, there are the various listed over here. So first one is sum. As we can see, example a plus b, that is add the value of the variable to the value of that variable label. And then we have a subtraction. Subtract the value of the variable with the value of a variable b. And then similarly we have multiply, division, percentage. This is return 0 if x is an even number, or 1 if it is a odd number. So and then we have increment. Incrementing the value of I over take effect I plus 1. Or similarly decrement the value of I, or I take effect I minus 1. And then we have a simple assignment operator. So a 1 is equal to media. Calculate the sum plus b plus c divided by 3 stores the value. The result will be variable name media. And then we have compose assignment that are with addition. So s plus equal to 3. So we get to know that it add the value of s with 3 and store the result in the variable itself. So that is widely used because many of the programmer thinks that it is a reliable approach to use. So similarly we have compose assignment of subtraction, multiplication and divide. So then we have a relational operator. So in JavaScript we have relational operators of comparison, equality, inequality, less or equal, greater or equal. Then we have logical operators. Operators can be used in conjunction with variables and constant in what we call expression. So JavaScript supports the following logical operator. Assume a variable holds 10 and variable b holds 20. Then AND logical, that is the AND logical. If both the operands and non-zero, then the condition become true. Similarly OR logical, that is logical OR we are using. Suppose we want to perform OR operation, then we can use this. So if any of the two operand are non-zero, then the condition become true, as mentioned in that syntax. A or B is true, as it is mentioned there, 10 and variable b 20. So and then thirdly we have logical NOT. Reverse the logical state of its operand. If a condition is true, then the logical NOT operator will make it false. As we can see in this example, there is a script type JavaScript and variable a is equal to true and variable b is equal to false. Variable link break, and then inside that we are printing a and b, result a and b. We are storing the result a and b here. So here we are printing the result, document.write line break, so it will print. And similarly a or b, result is stored in a or b, and here a and b, not of a and b, that is logical not of a and b. So result is here. So if we browse that with the if we test this, if we run this example with the help of web browser, so we get to know better understanding of that particular example. And then we have data types. The data type of data can be a JavaScript variable. So string, almost any value in a single or double quotes, it is string. Then number 42 or 3.145159, that is a number. It can be float value, numeric value. Then we have boolean. In that boolean we have two types, true or false, 0 or 1. Then we have null, a keyword including null, because JavaScript is a case sensitive. Null is not as the same as null or another variation. Then we have symbol, new in ECMAScript 6, a data type whose instances are unique or immutable. Undefined, a superior property whose value is undefined. So next our new topic is that type conversion. That is must and most required to understand type conversion in Java and JavaScript as well. So in expressions involving numeric value with strings, operator and numerical value are implicitly converted to strings. So here x is equal to, inside the quotation quotes, the answer is plus 35, it will return the answer is 35. Y is equal to 35 plus, inside the quotation quotes, is the answer, so it will return 35 is the answer. So in expressions involving other operator, the conversion is made according to the type of data. Similarly in that, inside the quotes 37 minus 7, it will return 30, and 37 plus 7, it return 377. And parse int string or parse int string base. So convert a string into an integer. Suppose we want to convert a string into integer type, so str is the string to be converted and base in the basis on which the number are encrypted. If the base is not specified, is assume the decimal sequence from 0 to 9. If you find the different character of that of the expected and the conversion, as we can see num 3a, x is equal to parse int num. It is a script string type and we are converting it into the integer value, then it will return that 3. And similarly y is equal to parse int num 16. Here we are using a as a hexadecimal value, so it will return 58. And then parse float string, In this, it is a equivalent function passed in to convert a string to a real number. Similarly, if you find any unexpected character and the conversion, so here you can pass the value and float value, it will pass that float value, then it will return real number. So now input and output, as we have seen so far, one of the main function of JavaScript to interact with user. Suppose a user want to interact with the web browser and with the web page, so how it can be done using, there are the some predefined, or we can say the some method that are exist, which are window.prompt or just prompt, or window.alert or just alert, we can say. So we can use that. And there is also another method, that is window.confirm. We will see that in later videos. So window.prompt firstly, so here is the example of that particular. So we can see inside the head there is a body, inside the body there is a script tag, and here we are using that method window.prompt, enter your name. So when we run this, we get to know that output, enter your name, and it is a window type, that is we get to know and we get to see. And similarly window.alert, it creates a open a window to display a warning to the user. It is a example of that particular output. So we get to know script type, and here we are using window.prompt empty feed. So empty feed, it is a kind of a warning that is visible to us screen when we run that particular example. So now we will see the commands, that is if command. The condition is defined as an expression that can be true or false. We can see inside the script type there is a variable state, that is prompt enter the initial of a state. So that is another variable capital, that is Rio. If state is equal to RJ, so it will capital is equal to Rio de Janeiro, and it will show alert of that particular capital. Inside the capital we get to see Rio de Janeiro. And otherwise if state is equal to SP, then capital is equal to Sao Paulo, alert it will show Sao Paulo. If state is MG, then capital is Minas Gerais, so alert is Minas Gerais. Script type close. One way to prepare the program so that it can accept it by state abbreviable in capital letter would be change the text connotations, providing the other solution. We can use that as well. If state is equal to RJ or state is equal to RJ, so capital is Rio de Janeiro. There is a problem with that, of case sensitivity is resolved with that. So now command is if else. Let's run some command if a condition is true and another is false. So as we get to see, if condition here the condition is declare, and else if condition is true then it will print that, otherwise this action will be performed. Similarly switch command, it is another building that let you select one of the several command block to be executed. So switch condition is a expression, if case 1 then it will print and break, otherwise case 2 it will check that if it is, so it will, otherwise it will go to further cases that are declared inside that code. So we get to know better understanding when we implement self by using with the help of web browser. So please try this code you as well. And some predefined function we have. The following predefined logic function return value can be used in conjunction with decision command. So there is a predefined function that we are using, that is nan value. So it is used to determine if a value is numeric or not. Suppose the user want to perform to check the value is numeric or not, so it can be done with the help of this predefined function. X is equal to window.prompt enter a number, and here is a if is non-value x window.alert, not a numeric value. So that is very easy to use and easy to implement in our code. And similarly window.confirm question, that is another method, another function we can see, or we can use confirm function. So window object method that is used to open a window asking for a confirmation to the user. So here is the syntax of that. So script type if window.confirm, do you really wish to quit, window.alert, goodbye. So here is the output of that particular code. So we can see And there is some predefined object as well in JavaScript. JavaScript is considered by some authors a language based on object. This is because apart from ability to create a use object, JavaScript does not contain feature that allow to define a fully oriented programming language. So predefined object defines some method, some type of compound useful data. Example are date, array, string methods. That are the predefined objects, and browser objects are window, document, navigator. Similarly, custom object created by developer as per the need of that particular problem. And properties and method. Properties, they are the value associated with the objects, and method are the action that can be performed on that particular object. So first object is the string. String are implemented in JavaScript and embedded object as well. We can see the example script type, and inside that there is a name, that is string type Maria, and telephone number, that is numeric value, and it will consider it as a script type, and data is equal to name plus telephone. It will provide the exact output of that particular data in code in that data, and result will be stored in data. So to perform more complex operation with the string, there are some properties and methods. So I am giving you brief and in short details about that. For more detail, we can get many of that methods and properties of that particular string type. So length, return the string length, and similarly method to lowercase to uppercase, char at n, index of string p, substring pi or comma pf, split. So basically the operation of that particular return the convert the string to lowercase to uppercase, return the nth character. Suppose we want to find the nth character, or the first character is 0 is always. So suppose a user want to find the nth character, it can be find with the help of char at n position. So it is very easy to implement. And similarly return the string started and pinf finish pf -1, splitting a string in an array determined by element sep. Then another is array. The default array object let you create index variable can store in a set value. So that is we get to know better with the help of example, because here is a practical implementation, guys. So we get to know better. So body script type text, and there is a variable new array and variable b, that is new array. Inside that there is a value assigned. So when we initializing the value of variable b, so variable b 0 position is 10, and variable b first position is 30 value assigned, and at position 2 there is 100, at position 3 there is 20. So we can access that value with the position value as well. So suppose we want to perform dynamically changing the size of array. So how we can done this? So we can done the array in JavaScript are dynamically resized. That is, even if you try to store an out of memory limits initially allocated, it does not occur excuse error, automatically resize the array to required size. Means it provide the functionality of automatically resizing, as mentioned here. Colors new array, colors 99 blue. So if we need for additional size, it will automatically generate it. And some methods, sort, that is used to sort values, reverse the order of element, return a string by concatenating all elements, and array.join sep of an array spread by constants sep. So properties are constructor return a reference to the array function that created object. Index, the property represent the 0 base index of that match string. Then input, the property is only present in array created by regular expression matches. And length, reflect the number of element in array. Prototype, the prototype property allow you to add properties and method to an object. And then we have math. The math object does not need to be instantiated. It method and property are set static because it doesn't apply to any particular instance. So as we can see here, properties e, constant Euler 2.71, that is value of that particular e, pi, that is pi. So here is a math function math.pi into r, and square root, so square root function properties. And there is the methods absolute, max, min, cos, sine, tan, that is trigonometrical function, then exponential, logarithm, so that are the method that we can use. And similarly truncation and rounding, so there is a different method like round, scale, float. And for power there is a power and square root function, and random for random number generator. Similarly for date, the date object let you work with the date and time. Suppose a user want to deal with date and clock, so how it can be done? So that can be done with the help of date predefined object. So getting the current system date, date current, that we can see using the string with the date. Suppose we want to insert a string as a date, so it can be done using year, day or month, that can be done using year, day, month, hour, minute and second, that can also implement in that. So there is some methods that we use. So get date, set date, get date, set date, get month, set month, get year, set year, get full year, get set full year, get day, set day. And similarly for second, time and hours, events, that is another object. One of the feature of JavaScript language is the fact that is the language event driven, that is it is designed so that it can be programmed to react whenever event occurs. So mouse event on mouse over, so whenever we cross over that mouse over the syntax, so however you mouse over the element, it will perform that action. On mouse out, and when we moving out that mouse from that element, it will perform on clicking that particular element, and on mouse down, so mouse button. Similarly page events are on load, page finish being loaded, on unload, page has been replaced by another. On focus, it will focusing on keyboard, focusing on a window or text entry field. On blur, element loses keyboard focus. So form events, there are basic events that are very vitally or very generally we get to see in that form. So on submit, on reset, on select, on change, these are the major and most important events that we see in forms. So form is the one of the main application of JavaScript, the ability to criticize users input through HTML forms. So the features are properties and methods. So action reflect the action attribute of the form form tag, and length return the number of element contained in the form, and method element s individual access to element. And there is a method that we can use submit, reset, like we get to, as we see on submit, on reset, there is the action of forms we can see. And element of a form, what are the elements that we get to see in the particular HTML or JavaScript form? So there is a text field, that is text, hidden, password file, text area, buttons that are button, reset, submit, radio buttons, and checkbox, selection list, many modes. And text fields, so text field are that allow user to enter text. So here is the example: if document.app.email.value is equal to this, then perform this statement. Then otherwise document.this, it will represent this. Then we have buttons. So in buttons we have properties like name, type, form, value, button caption, value, form reference to a form containing element. And events, on focus, it occurs when button receive focus. On blur, it occurs when the button loses focus. On click, it occurs when a button is pressed with the mouse. So next one is radio buttons, as we use radio buttons in our web page and websites and many more things. So here is that syntax of that particular radio buttons. Form, name app, input type is radio, name option 1, label option 1, label close. So radio buttons are the button that allow user to select one of the several options. Means in that we have assigned different option values to select the particular value from that particular radio button. So then we have section list, are the field that allow user to select option from a list. As we can see in that syntax, there is a form name app, here is a select class, that is field, and name is city. So option value are Alcoma, California, Washington. We can select easily. Then the keyword this. The JavaScript object hierarchically often generates very long references, and this is a particularly noticeable when working with forms. So document.app.city.option, document.app.city.length. So just to simplify this reference, there is a this keyword. It serves to reference the current object, and it means depend on the context in which it is used. So used within the HTML tag, it is associated with the related this object tag. See example: form on submit, send this, input type text, on change, criticize this. So it will move on that particular object that is we are using currently. So that is basically used to create a difference between the different objects. So then we have on submit on recent attribute, let you assign function and submit event on rest of the form, so which will be activated when the corresponding buttons are pressed by the user. So if the event handler function return false, the form will not be submitted. So on submit return critical formula Rio. So the default behavior may also be avoided in situations. So that is not that much important concept in that. It is quite bit relatable to form in JavaScript, so don't need to move on that particular topic willingly. So then we have image object. So the image object allow you to create simple animations with images. Suppose we want to create a simple animation with which contain images. So this effect is often used to implement menus, changing an image when the user roll the mouse over it. So the procedure can also be used for the following purpose. See some additional information, a caption for example, displaying a set of submenus, and produce a pleasing visual effect when the user scroll through the menu items. It will look interactive and very effectful when user interact on your web page and your website and many more things. So image gives a very quiet and effective look to your web page. So how we can access images? The image can be accessed, as we can see the syntax, there is h reference and on mouse over document.picture. Whenever the mouse we are putting that mouse over that particular element, it will show that image, and here is the path of that particular image. And on mouse out, whenever the mouse is out and move out from that particular element, then the image is changed, and here is the path of the particular image. So image source are provided and name is picture, border is 0. So when you hover over the link, change the image that appear on the page and the another that is in the file. So when the mouse leaves the link, restore the original image. How we can create object image with new? So simply we can create by my image, new my image dot source, another if then that is the name of particular image. So document dot image dot src. So it will provide you a new image that is created. So through the window object you can open to have control over secondary window, send a document to the print queue, change window features such as for example the size of that appear in the browser, having control over the frames. So and now we have the errors. So how we can handle error? There are the three types of error in programming, that are syntax error, runtime error, and logical error. So syntax error also called parsing errors occur at compile time in traditional programming language and in interpret time in JavaScript. So script type text JavaScript window.print that cause the syntax error. Here we can see the syntax error here. Then we have runtime error. Runtime error, also called exceptions, occur during execution. For example, the following line causes a runtime error because here is the syntax is correct, but at runtime it is trying to call a method that does not exist. Here is we are calling print me, that is a function we are calling a method that is not existing in our code, so it will cause a runtime error. Then we have logical error, that are the basic and most vital error that is occur in day-to-day programming in JavaScript, so we have to be very much aware about logical error. So logical error can be most difficult type of error to track down, because if there is an error in our logic, it is quite bit difficult to find that error in a long code, because we all know that the JavaScript codes are very long and very much complex to understand that much in the in a case of finding errors. So it can cause any kind of difficulty. So then we have a try catch finally statement. So the latest version of JavaScript added exception handling capabilities, so we can handle errors and exceptions. So JavaScript implement try catch finally construct as well as the throw operators to handle exceptions. So you can catch programmer generated and runtime exceptions here. So as we can see, here is a try block. Inside the code there is a break and catch exception. If any exception occurs, then it can be catched, and we can use finally as well here. And finally we have throw statement. So you can use throw statement to raise your built-in exceptions, and the following example demonstrate how to use throw statement. So there is a script type JavaScript. Inside there is a function, my function. Variables are assigned. Variable b is 0, variable a is 100. There is a try block, that is if b is equal to 0, so inside that it will throw divide by 0 error.